Hey everybody. I'm like kind of a mess because it's the end of the day. You know how that goes. So I just had this huge aha moment today and I wanted to share it with you guys. All right. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Brene Brown and her. Did I say Brene? I meant Renee. Oh, stink. Now I'm like. Yeah, anyways. And her work, but she's fantastic, and I love listening to her stuff, and she has a book that I hadn't read yet that I was able to get through our libraries, like so I could listen to it through the library. So I started listening to it yesterday, and I was in the car today, and she said something that, oh my heavens, it just struck me like so. I mean, it was just so insightful, and it fell right along with what I have been taught with my hypnotherapy practice. So basically, I paraphrased at the very beginning because I combined a couple of sentences. But when you firmly pack down the pain you continue to amass, we hurt until the wisest parts of us, our bodies, decide enough is enough. So, I teach that there is a, basically you've got a pot that you are just putting all your stuff in. It's like a pressure pot, pressure canner, and you put all of your emotions, all the things that you've been dealing with in life, and you put them inside this pot, and you're packing them down sometimes because there's more and more you just don't want to deal with. You aren't ready to deal with. You don't feel that you know how to deal with, so you pack it down in there, and then you sometimes have to let off some steam like a pressure canner does with letting out some emotions. But my job is to teach you how to pull stuff out of that pot and deal with them once and for all, and to get them out of that pot for good. Excuse me. And then to empty that pot and learn how to deal with things as they drop in there one at a time. That's what my job is to teach you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to say this again. When we firmly pack down the pain, we continue to amass. So as we continue to get that pain and we keep packing it down, we hurt until the wisest part of us, our bodies, decide enough is enough. The body's message is always clear. Shut down the stockpiling of your hurt, or I'll shut you down. So your body is like, so our bodies can only handle so much before it gives us pain or whatever, saying, no, you need to deal with these emotions. Because all emotions create energy, and if the energy is too much for our mind to handle, it'll drop down into parts of our body. And different emotions tend to drop into different areas of our body. Not always the same area, but they tend to like certain areas of our body. Okay, this was the sentence that she said, this next sentence. And I was driving, and I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, and anytime I've ever needed a quote from her, I've been able to just pull it up by searching like the keywords in her name. So I was like, okay, no big deal. I kept listening to the book. I was like, I'll pull that up. But I'm telling you that this book was written in 2017, Rising Strong, and there is not a single person talking about this quote, and it's huge. She hasn't even like specifically put this out as something like besides just in her book. It's not something that she's touched upon separately. Okay, so this is it. The body, there is so much wisdom in our bodies. We just need to learn how to listen to and trust what we are hearing. I'm going to say that again. The body, I keep starting the sentence above. There is so much wisdom in our bodies. We just need to learn how to listen and to trust what we are hearing. Our bodies tell us by pain, by hurting, by not feeling happy, by anxiety, by stress, by ulcers. Our bodies are telling us certain things. We need to listen to them and trust that our bodies are telling us the truth. Okay, hold on. Andrew, is it all right if I share your story?
Sure.
Okay, I had to get Andrew's permission. So my husband was having, for about a month, every weekend, he would get so sick. He was physically throwing up and sick, really bad, and he couldn't figure out why. He went to the doctor multiple times. They did all kinds of tests, couldn't figure out what it was. And so I did a session with him. See, that's the key. We checked with his doctors first to make sure there wasn't anything physically wrong with him. Then I did a session with him, and his body told him that he wasn't taking care of it because he was eating too much sugars. Not just sugar. So even his body even told him any kind of sugars because he is diabetic. And so his body was tired. And so it shut down by making him sick until he was ready to listen to it. So he listened to and had faith in his body and what it was telling him. So he stopped eating those sugars. I mean, as much. He hasn't gotten rid of them entirely.
But it was to limit. That's what it was.
Oh, it was to limit. See, he remembers exactly what his body told him. It was to limit the sugars. And so he has limited those sugars, and it's been more than a month now, and he has not gotten sick since because he listened to his body. That's what I'm talking about. There's so much wisdom in our bodies. We just need to learn how to listen and trust what we are hearing. If you want to know what your body is telling you, get a hold of me because I can help you figure it out. I can teach you how to do it.